Welcome, Bobcats, to a new esports season. Our first stream of the spring semester. We've got some Rainbow Six Siege tonight between Montana State Blue and Oklahoma. Both teams that made playoffs in the fall season. Montana State getting knocked out in the first round by James Madison. Oklahoma winning their first game and then getting knocked out in the second round by, I should remember who this was. I want to say St. Clair, but if I'm wrong about that, do forgive me. Round one of the new season. So we are just waiting for one more Oklahoma player to get in the lobby. And I have a co-caster today. So I'm Deckham, and I got my co-caster Halt here with me today.
Hello, everybody. This is one of my first times casting, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm also haven't played R6 in about 3 years, so it should be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm excited for the match.
we're gonna have a great time. Those of you familiar with R6 may know now that the game has multiple spectator views, but we're not using that today. We're just using one so that we can see the same stuff, commentate on the same stuff. But it is nice that UB has added multiple spectator views so that, like, if Oklahoma wanted to have a stream today, they could put a guy in too. But we don't need that. Our first map today is going to be Night Haven Labs, one of the newer maps to the comp pool. Just a quick rundown of the map bans. Montana State banned Cafe, then Oklahoma banned Lair, Montana State banned Clubhouse, and Oklahoma banned Consulate. Montana State's map pick was Night Haven Labs, so they'll be attacking first as Oklahoma chose to defend. And then Oklahoma's map pick was Chalet. So you'll see those sides swapped. Montana State will defend first, and Oklahoma will attack. Then Montana State banned Bank, Oklahoma banned Skyscraper, and if we need a map 3 to decide our match tonight, it will be played on Border. Halt, any thoughts about the maps?
So like you were saying to me earlier when we were discussing this, 2 of the maps are completely new to me. Um, so I am very interested to get a first look at these and see what UB has made for us today.
Yeah. The Night Haven Labs rundown. You'll hear mutterings that it's kind of the modern Clubhouse.
Okay, I like Clubhouse.
Sorry,
Okay, and just to let you
just letting
know,
them know that we're ready whenever they want to start.
okay, and stream did just come up, by the way, so it is working.
Perfect. We are actually live. Good to know. Yes, so reminder for all of our lovely viewers that we are on a 3.5 minute delay. That is by Collegiate R6 rules, so that we can't, put a stream up, it's on 0, and then all of our players tune into the stream and they're like, hey guys, I see where they are. This is super good. We don't want that, so we're on a 3.5 minute delay tonight, and it looks like we're about to get started.
You know what? I did play this map yesterday.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
remember what it was called.
You're locked. You're ready to roll.
I already know everything that's going on here.
Exactly. He knows where Animus is. He knows his callouts.
Sure, yeah, Animus. That's second floor, right?
No, that's basement. You were just
Damn.
thinking of IT. It's fine. All right, Oklahoma banning the Blackbeard. New Blackbeard rework. Personally, I'm not a fan. I think giving people shields and primary weapons together, not a good idea. But
I agree.
but yeah, so common ban here in the new meta is this Blackbeard. And bans might look a little bit different than what we saw last semester, just with some of the shield nerfs we've seen, and so you're going to get less of those, like, oh, we need to ban Blitz and Monty every game, because that was not really much fun for anyone. So looks like we got Ying banned by Montana State, and Fenrir, the first defender, banned. So no scary gadgets to blind enemies here. And Oklahoma's last ban. Do something fun. Like a Cade ban.
Ooh.
Do it. You know you want to, Oklahoma. A zombie ban. A little more default, but that will keep all of the angles down to map geometry rather than her just being able to throw up barricades where she likes. All right, into map 1, Oklahoma gonna go to the top floor, the server CC site, the default starting site for defenders on Night Haven Labs. Looks like they are gonna bring the Mira, a dock too. I haven't seen a dock up here super often, but be interesting to see what the plan is with that. Filling out that lineup is a Tubarao. Tubarao, obviously one of the newer agents or operators, just helps keep those walls closed, right? So it makes it easy to trick a wall. Not that you have electricity here to trick with, but you could do it with a mute jammer in theory. But also just good delay. Freeze that gadget for about 10 seconds before that breach goes back off, or you can burn more charges. You can burn up to 30 seconds a time. So a handy little operator to be leaving in the site, and a Valk on our last one, just looking for a little more intel. Double hard breach strategy coming out from Montana State with the Thermite and the Ace. So interesting to see what exactly they're looking to open. And we're 15 seconds in, and we have a DC.
Well, now that we have a pause, could I ask, what does Demos do?
Yeah, so Deimos, as we're just, so just a quick rule notification here, this round will be played out and will be a valid round, and then likely the timer will be paused in between. We are not in charge of the lobby, that is down to Castle Bravo, the team captain for Montana State, but Deimos basically is the ultimate 1v1 operator, so he can basically throw out a scan towards a specific operator on the defensive side, and Deimos knows where that operator is, and that operator knows where Deimos is. So you'll see he's underneath here, so if he knows this, and this is Doc, so now he's going to probably look up through the floor. He sees where this Doc is. You see those little crosshair notifications that come up there. Doc going to get off the soft floor so that he can't get shot through it.
Yep. How long is this scan go? Okay, there it is. Never mind.
Yeah, and the scan ends right there.
So a bunch of droning coming out here. Looks like they're going to try to hard breach this wall up top. The Ace.
Yep, Ace opening.
Gets 1 tick, 2 tick.
Yep, so opens up this connector wall here. Looks like another drone out. Ooh, Nitro does a lot of damage to the Nomad that was on that drone. Doesn't get a kill, but it's a lot of damage still. Fainted just comes up on the Deimos and cleans up the IT player.
Device is going dark.
Because of that DC, now in a 5v3 for Montana State, and Thermite gonna breach open that IT wall.
Reload.
Gonna push Mute back into the site.
Looks like Deimos is looking for a pick here into a broken Mira. Into a 1v1 now, doesn't see the dog.
Doesn't see him.
Catches him reloading, but Dog wins the fight.
Unfortunate
2v3.
timing. Few bullets go
MSU
out.
somehow.
Oh, and he's cut down. A very nice shot, leaving it all for Spirit Fox here. 15 seconds.
15 seconds to go.
And he'll be cut down by the gun of Chronic. And that will be round 1 going to Oklahoma. Those rounds are tough where you get that opening pick, you know, your number's up, and then you just can't make it stick. All of a sudden it's like headshot here, headshot there, 3 kills fly out, and all of a sudden you're in a 2v3.
Yeah, you almost want to try and slow those rounds down when you get to a 5v3 scenario, but good job by Oklahoma to turn the tides and grab the first round here.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have a little bit of pause here as we I believe it was Zave that disconnected. We'll get him back into the lobby here. Uh, the normal Ubisoft rhythm of a game. It's gonna take a little bit, and it looks like we are in fact calling for a rehost. So we're gonna make that a little break point for our stream, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We are still waiting for one more player from Oklahoma to get back into the lobby after the rehost here. Uh, you'll note it still says 0-0 at the top. Those are map scores. We unfortunately don't have the means to give you round scores on our own up top, but you will get them back when the actual game is back on. And it looks like our fifth player is rebooting the game as we speak. Having just gone top floor and won it, I would assume that Oklahoma's plan is to go basement on this next Night Haven Labs round. It's the general site rotation as you go top floor, basement, and then I've seen both mid-floor sites play, but personally I think storage is the much better one. It takes a certain craziness to play kitchen cafeteria, but I've seen people do it. But yeah, what do you got for us? Thoughts on the first round? Thoughts on what you want to see different?
Yeah, already a thriller here. MSU getting a 4v5, turning it into a 3v5, and yet just can't quite close it out. First thoughts on the map, though. I do like it a lot. I don't know if that's just it being a new map and all, and that's just interesting, but I did like how it looked. I do like that UB has put in a lot of new stuff, updated the maps, a lot of new characters, and I can't wait to see more. I hope they bring out a bunch of new operators because there was a lot of the old operators I remember from back in my day when I played. Like it seemed like there was still the Thermite, still the Ace,
Yeah, some of
a lot of that stuff.
yeah, Thermite, Mute, Valk, timeless operators. They never go away.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, right, the game's in a pretty healthy spot right now. We've just kind of gotten away. We had a couple metas that, at least to me personally, weren't super healthy for the game. Where you had a really big just like run and gun meta, right? Where it was like just bring your fragging ops and go kill and forget the rest. And then the quick follow on to that was like, hey, we're just gonna bring Monty and Blitz and you can't stop us, and that was
Right.
just bad, right? Like it was interesting for a couple weeks, and then everybody was like, this is not the way Siege was meant to be played. Come on, devs. But now. With the kind of turning shields a little bit back towards where they were, but not pulling those buffs all the way back, I feel like the game's in a pretty good spot. It does look like we got our fifth player back into the lobby here.
Perfect. Let's get into it.
Hopefully. Boom. All right. Round 2. As long as our rehost is in the shape it's supposed to be in, we should have the bands preloaded in and that previous round reloaded in. It looks. Do we have bands? It's not showing on the scoreboard, but I'll bet we do nonetheless.
Probably. Do you expect them to go to the same defensive bomb site here for the side of Oklahoma?
So yeah, good actually reminder for the rules here. Comp R6 rules. After you win a bomb site, you go. It's basically all R6 rules, I think, at this point. If you win a bomb site,
oh yeah,
play
what
the
am I
next
saying?
one. Right,
defense.
you have to play a different one for the next 2 rounds. It looks like we have rehosted on the wrong server. So we will try this one more time. CR6 games in the Central and West Division are supposed to be played on Central servers unless both teams agree otherwise. Obviously, for Oklahoma, it wouldn't do much good for them to play on West, so we are playing on Central servers tonight. Everybody laugh at my reputation in Siege. It's because I don't. It's because I don't play enough of the game. Yeah, I'm also Copper 5 because I've played one ranked game this season. So yeah, the shout out ranked 2.0.
Does rank 2.0 start you at the bottom?
Yeah, you
every
just
time?
Start from the bottom all the time. Yep. So basically, like every game you win for the first however many ranks until you start getting close to your actual MMR, you just jump like a full rank, and then as you start closing in on your actual MMR, you start getting less and less.
I do like that though, how they've added the reputation stuff because I
The
remember that
reputation
was
stuff was definitely necessary. Our game does have a little bit of a reputation, no pun intended, for being toxic. So, all right, we're gonna take one more quick break, and then hopefully we will be on the right servers with all the players in the lobby, and we'll actually have a game for you. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. It is hopefully going to work this time.
I have all 4 fingers crossed.
Pings look more like a central server. Central US, that's the way it's supposed to be. There we go.
Attackers need to locate
All
and
right.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
It is in fact the basement bomb site here. Tank assembly for those of you who want to get specific. Looks like pretty standard setup, although double electricity actually is a little bit unusual. But the Mira, the Tubrau, the Jaeger, all pretty standard picks for this basement hold. It'll be interesting to see how MSU tries to take it apart.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Who
Yeah.
comes up?
10 seconds
Check
left.
your Discord really quick.
Yeah, so we've got the Bandit playing upstairs here. Sorry about that little hitch in the stream there. We've got, looks like Bandit playing upstairs, and then the Mira looking up here at Cargo. Looks like we might get an early fight here. Hopefully Deimos doesn't get too locked. I think knows the Mira is here. Doesn't, and Mira just cuts him down. Did we get you back, Alt?
Yep.
Perfect.
All good to go.
Perfect. Kill goes out from Bravo.
Yeah,
Not
they'll
sure where
get
that
one.
happened as we were in a different perspective. Looks like it was in this warehouse entrance here, probably onto the Bandit then. Yes.
Loading full magazine.
Yeah, it looks like MSU here trying to enter into from the top of the
yes.
building here.
In
Can't
through
tell.
warehouse, yeah.
The bomb site is basement, right?
Yep, we're down here.
Okay. So they're going
We've
for a little bit
got
of a top down here.
Rams slowly working their way down here. Looks like Spirit Fox has been on the drones and now back onto it here. Give you a little look at this over control. Spirit Fox still on that drone, just droning out vending. He's gonna find this Jaeger here.
I get a fight here.
And we might. Nitro goes out. It's going to put a lot of damage off onto the Habana.
Jaeger backs up. Oh, shot in the back there. Down to 1 HP.
Yeah. And
MSU's got this hatch open.
Not going to find any more through it yet. It doesn't look like. So they'll spread back out. 50 seconds left in the round still. Plenty of time to make something happen.
And Jaeger's looking for a relurk here up top.
Ram's going to have to be
Might
careful.
get behind Ram here, yeah.
Move off.
It's like they're both holding their position though.
Oh, and a great Nitro from below. You see that from the vertical cam here. Derbster just absolutely exploding the Ram in storage.
Attackers have located a bomb. 15 seconds
Yep,
Maybe
remaining.
force
MSU a
little
little
bit
stalled
slow
out
here.
here. They're gonna have to speed up if they're gonna win this round out.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
And all the
No.
kills come out at once for Oklahoma.
Nice shots there.
Yeah, that Vector, hard to take down. So
Well, a little bit later of a round there from MSU. It's just they got a little stalled at the end there, and we're
Yeah, it's tough. You lose those first entry picks. That's the one downside of the Deimos is you find that you find somebody and then you run right by somebody else thinking, oh, must be I'm like my path is clear,
Attackers need to
and all of a
locate
sudden
and
there's a
defuse
Mira
as many
standing
bombs
there
as
and
they
you
can.
lose your life and it's a 5v4.
yep.
Okay, so having said that storage is the more common bomb site, we're going to see Oklahoma play kitchen cafeteria. Be interesting to see how they set this up. Looks like we have a Doc just running away early. He's gonna go
Yeah.
get set up on the top floor. Sorry, I kept flipping to basement there. You think my keyboard would do what I ask it to, but not always. He's gonna go reinforce those IT walls. A crucial breach pretty much for every site except the basement. So don't
10
be
seconds
surprised,
left
even
before
though it's a
insertion.
fair ways from site, if we see MSU try to open that
5
early.
seconds left.
See a couple operator repicks there for the
Attackers are
attack.
moving out to locate a bomb
Just
and defuse
probably
it.
not expecting this site, so we swapped to the Dokkaebi and the Nomad, it looks like, for Fainted and Relented respectively.
I'm reloading.
A little bit of a spread out attack here, it looks like. We've got Nomad and Doke on one side, we've got the Grid and the Ram on the other, and then Ram's going to get on a drone here. And where is the Thermite?
Fantastic question.
Hanging out on a drone on the roof. If you can't find him, he's probably on the roof. That's pretty much the way it goes.
Yeah, it looks like on the side of Oklahoma they have Doc and Alibi here working together on their own.
Yep, and
Gonna
Doc
get
gonna
one.
get that first. Yeah, how about that shot? And he just drops back off through E-Box into connector, and he'll be pretty
Yep.
much safe. There goes
They're
that.
out.
There goes that IT breach we mentioned earlier. I'm gonna take a little bit of space into here. Looks like they don't entirely know where this Doc fell back to. They're gonna find him now. But Doc's just gonna sneak away while he reloads that air jab. Castle Bravo, another good kill. Who's left to find? Looks like Doc is gonna head back downstairs, and that should do the roam clear here for Montana State. Now it's about taking the site. This is the site. Oh, and the Cade finds a little
Ooh.
pick. Oh, I just completely missed the Cade. So did the attackers, and he's traded out well by bad on the Ram. Was it a 3v3 with a minute left? A good situation, but like we've seen in the last two rounds, when it comes to the site executes, those guns from Oklahoma
Attackers
just
drop the
ripping
bomb
those
diffuser.
apart.
Yep, MSU here is gonna have to speed up again so they don't get overwhelmed and have to run in the last 10 seconds. So
On the barricade, a
Gonna
little bit
drone
of
out a
sight
couple
intel,
players.
yeah. Just a little bit. It looks like they're going to come down lobby here, rip those open. See the Ram charge come out here, open up a bunch of vertical. Oh, and bad just cut down through that vertical. They are going to come back for the res. It'll be safe. A little bit of a
20 seconds
reset
left
here.
here.
15 seconds left.
Not able to find the shots on the vertical there, but at this point the diffuser just needs to get downstairs. He's
Yep.
going to vault.
And the smoke still with
And he'll
full
be cut
util.
down, and it's another shot, and that is the round. Like we talked about in the middle of that round, it's just those site executes. They're running a little bit low on time, and it's leaving Oklahoma to basically just pick off the remnants as they try to set up that execute.
Yeah, and I mean it's all due to Oklahoma's like incredible roams. Just the work of the Alibi and the Doc there to take a whole 2 minutes off the clock.
And the Cade, I
And then
mean, he
it's
just
just-
tucks in that corner, and
Yeah,
you know,
and
they-
the Cade. Forgot
they
about
drone, maybe a little bit of a miss drone there, but they drone, and then all of a sudden, bang, there's a TCSG in your face.
that. Yeah.
That makes it tough. A good trade, but then it's a lot tougher to set up executes 3v3 than it is 5v5 sometimes too. Especially on a map like this where you just want those extra bodies to cover some of those off angles, and you just don't have them.
Yep.
Okay, looks like Oklahoma going back to the top floor here. That's to be expected as they've won a full site rotation. The only difference here, and forgive me, I actually don't remember,
10 seconds left.
was the disconnected player on the Frost in that
5
first
seconds
round?
left.
Possibly, yes.
I
'cause he
don't
did not see
remember,
it.
but otherwise it looks relatively the
Attackers
same.
must locate and defuse the bomb.
Actually, I don't think they were. I think the DC was the Valk, and they still had a tuber out up. Oh, and it's a spawn peak from the Frost.
And a spawn peak.
Unfortunate. It's going to leave MSU a player down here. Just doing the drone work early. Trying to be sure that Frost that spawn peaked is all the way gone.
Swapping maps.
Drone will come out from bad here as well as Bravo gets up towards the building. A lot of pressure here. See that this is a pretty bunkered up hold. Nobody below, nobody extended out past the connector that you see in that room just above your B-bomb chassis there. This is going to be our first look at trying to open the IT breach, and it does. That's going to force Frost to keep her gun mostly turned that way, but she's also going to be Deimos tracked. So just a little bit of concern here for the Frost.
Bomb located by attackers.
It's hard to tell here what MSU is going for. It seems like everybody is really spread out.
Yeah, it's a very
Right
spread
now.
out take. Not exactly sure. Just maybe trying to get a feel for what the setup looks like and exactly where they want to push here. Looks like we might be starting to see just a little bit of a rotate back towards the warehouse and IT side here. With the Deimos looking to come up the stairs and the thermite on this door. Oh, sorry, not the thermite, the Thatcher, I should say. Thermite on the rafters window, of course.
Yep, looks like a drone's coming out here. The Deimos gonna
Bad
follow
on
up
the
and
Zoe,
take
just
some
walks
space.
into a frost mat on the other side of the map. You never want to see that.
Stay clear.
Good shot
Nice
by
shot
the
there.
thermite. Can he find another? He's onto a drone. Sees the one to the right. Shoots the drone. Just trying to find something here. As bad. Just finding a few more. Frost targeted by Deimos again. They're gonna know she's below now, so that's very important intel. But all of a sudden, a whole bunch of kills come out. Deimos does find a kill. That's not on the Frosty tract. A great shot by Bravo. Just to flick over to that head, and it's 2v2, 15 seconds.
15 seconds left.
One's still below, but coming back up waterfall quickly.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. 10 seconds to go.
All to
Attackers
faint it.
recovered the
He's
bomb
just got to
diffuser.
push.
5 seconds to go.
And he does, and
Good
that's the
fainted.
first round win for Montana State, as Fainted just decides, you know what, I'm gonna have to do this one myself, pushes the Mira, and manages to pick up that last kill. Big round for Fainted on the Deimos right there.
Yeah, really nice shots there coming down to the wire. About 4 seconds left. Whips out the secondary. Bang,
Yeah,
bang, bang.
That 44 Vendetta on the Deimos. A really good gun if you know how to use it.
As many bombs as they can.
It looks like Oklahoma going to continue with their rotation anyway. They're going to go downstairs. 3-1 here. Nighthaven, a pretty defender-sided map. So not a huge surprise to see a 3-1 split. Maybe you'd expect to see it with them losing that tertiary site in kitchen cafeteria instead. But, you know, two good rounds on the top floor really for Montana State. Probably contributing to Oklahoma not going back there. Obviously the first round with the DC, but then Montana State still got that opening pick as well, so they were up 5v3. Couldn't make the execute stick, but that would be a little bit nerve-wracking if you're Oklahoma, I think, and that's probably why they just come back downstairs here. Pretty interesting setup here. It looks like it's going to be a little more roam heavy with the Mozzie and the Vigil both on the board. Vigil with that Boss G. A one-shot down, at least, sometimes a one-shot kill. Very dangerous weapon in the current meta of R6. IT Breach opened very early here, though.
Yeah. It's like MSU's speeding up a little bit more than normal.
Looks like they've just ashed that open there. No, actually, what did they? Oh, Ash Breach charge. There we go. That explains the explosion.
Yep.
Drones coming
Vigil
out.
and Mozzie upstairs here.
Yeah, so that's exactly what you're seeing here is these drones come in from 3 different directions just trying to nail down where exactly are they. Vigil drops the hatch. Mozzie stays up, so still one up here to find. And you should have a 3v1 if you can pinch it. And that's why Mozzie will drop. This top floor roam killing almost a minute for Oklahoma. And now, you still have to clear this room, be sure they've actually dropped. They should have that intel right about now. And now they can work on trying to get through the first floor, where you see we've got Vigil and Mira just hanging around, and the Mozzie coming down in lobby, spotted by the Deimos on that scan. He's going to try to keep the Mozzie locked in that spot. Isn't quite able to do it. Mozzie going to play under that hard ceiling so that he can't be shot. They're going for the Animus breach here. Deimos gets a kill upstairs. I focused in on the breach, but Deimos with that kill, still the Mozzie to find here though. And he's been targeted, and he's gonna just takes the gunfight, but it's traded out well by Relented.
4v3 here for MSU.
Gotta
Full
make
minute
these
left.
stick. Ooh, 3v3, but Cade takes a lot of damage as well. Cade down to basically one bullet. There is a hatch above him here. He's just looking around to maybe peek this. It's a dangerous play on the low health. Two-Brow just opening up some holes. Vigil also looking for the vert. Gonna see Cade get droned here. They know he's stuck underneath this Animus hatch. He does have a nitro to maybe bail him out. 20 seconds left in the round. Ooh, almost finds the thermite. Does he hear the drop? Doesn't, but he makes the flick. Traded out again. Gonna have to stick a plant here, but now it's a 1v2. Not much. Great shot. Oh, and almost the double, but it's traded out well. That Vigil just sticking alive all around. Comes back down, and there's your clean headshot to finish off the round. Gonna be 4-1 for Oklahoma.
How many rounds do they have before they switch?
Yeah, so this is the last round for Montana State to attack. One more round with these sides, and the game then first to 7. So the goal basically on a defender-sided map like this is the attackers, you want to get at least 2, and then that leaves you a chance to take your own 4-2 half on defense, and then you go to overtime. Overtime is basically a best of 3. So if it's 6-6, go to overtime, and then whoever wins 2 rounds first wins the game. That's not to say that it's necessarily win by 2. You might win 8-7, but you still won your second round first. So back to the top floor here. So now we do see Oklahoma re-hitting the one site that they have lost. Probably better than going back to your tertiary site with kitchen cafeteria here. Changing up the setup just a little bit too. You see a Malusi and a Goyo. So Montana State already had some slow attacks. Now you're going to see those slowed down even more with the Goyo giving a lot of delay and that Malusi slowing those operators down as well. Looks like he's just shooting open a barricade. He's going to drone through here. And not finding a whole lot in storage. Just trying to clear himself out so that he can get underneath that IT breach. That should scare off the bandit trick. Ooh, but they're going to swing him through those holes. That first Zo concussion coming out just to be 100% sure that that breach sticks. Good play on the Zo. Nearly lost their life for it, but the Deimos below, the Zo maybe looking to be below. Thermite downstairs too, maybe looking for some first floor coverage and then trying to figure out which set of stairs they want to actually come up here. Deimos and Gridlock look like they're going to take rafters here, and Thatcher looking towards IT. They'll have known he walked through that breach because he makes some noise when he takes the small tick damage from that electricity that's back up on the wall. So they should know he's there. You see Bandit kind of looking that direction. Another breach going out. That's going to be Bandit tricked off, though. Mute looking to get aggressive on this Mossberg, maybe? Now he's going to shoot that Goyo charge. It'll be 20 seconds before these Montana State attackers can come through this way, and it's going to give them time to shoot off. Oh, they've gone backside here. Sorry to cut myself off, but 2 players coming backside get a kill top waterfall. 5v4 for Montana State now. Minute left in the round. And there you see how that Deimos works so effectively, with Feynid just picking off the Bandit through that floor. Right, he's trapped from the player above, nothing he can do, and now they've got a kill to show for it. 2 players up now. Now Mira targeted by the Deimos. You get this annoying little drone next to you too. You see the bullets come through from below.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna get the down on the Bravo on the Thermite here. Gridlock a possible trade, but can't make it stick.
Left.
5 seconds.
5 seconds to go. Attackers activate.
Plant going down. Plant is stuck. So there is a chance here for Montana State. Do they know that Bad is down? They're going to finish him off. So they do. Ooh, the Gridlock Stinger's picking up a kill. Kind of an unfortunate occurrence. And Feynid again, cleaning up the round. So there you go. It's that 4-2 half. So able to win 2 of those top floor attacks. Really good round all around there. You got the early picks from Montana State. The kind of comeback in the middle of the round there from the side of Oklahoma. Getting relented on that Gridlock. Getting the down onto the Zofia. But Montana State able to set up the execute this time. And close out with that 0-second plant. Any expectations as we swap sides here and go into the first
Attackers
defenses
need to
for
locate
Montana
and defuse
State?
bombs.
Well, overall, it looks as if it could be a defender-sided map, but that could just be Oklahoma being a slightly better team. We shall see. Although it does seem like they had a ton of success roaming, because the map does seem very big to me.
It is a big map, yeah. So you'll notice as we look around here just a little bit, especially this first floor is extremely wide, right? And you've got this lobby area off the back. Basement, tighter, much more confined. First floor and second floor, fair bit wider. So you do have lots of roam space even when you play that basement site. And it's one of the reasons I think this map does tend more defender-sided, a lot like Clubhouse, right? You get those extra roams, you've got these little nooks and crannies that you can hide in, kill a little more time, and then you just fall back and you've got safe routes back.
Attackers have located a bomb.
It will be the top floor site here for Montana State to start out. Like we said, it's that very common primary site. You do see the dock, a Legion, a Tuberau, a Cade, and a Warden. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what the plans here are. I would expect them to use that Tuberau to basically just try to keep the IT breach closed here. You see him playing in IT there. We've got Doc aggressive on this door too.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Doc
goes for the
just
aggressive peek, but just can't stick it.
moves through.
Scanning for electronic devices. Reloading.
It is interesting too to see how the comps vary between teams.
For sure, yeah, just a little more aggressive here from Montana State. I'm not sure if that's what they wanted from that Capitao smoke. Great nitro by the
Ooh.
Cade. Through the smoke, that smoke kind of giving him the cover. I think that may have been a misfired Capitao smoke.
And Spirit gets
Oh,
another
great shot.
traded.
And with the tub down, you'll hear that IT breach go now. Oh, Bravo cut down by the IQ. Quick double kill from Zave here. Aggressive shots from Relented. Can't make him stick, but gets a little bit of damage off. So easy as us commentators to be like, he's right there, because you see the outline.
Yeah. Yeah, MSU here seems a little pinned down in the back of sight here. Oklahoma's slowly working up.
Yep.
Gonna find relented.
And Bad is going
It
to have it
seems like they know
all to
where he
do
is.
here. Yep.
3 guns right at him.
Yeah, 3-on-1.
Cannot do it.
3-on-1 stuck behind a pillar is always a tough go. And it's no different right there.
Yeah, it seemed like Oklahoma there was just a bit quicker, just a bit more aggressive on finding those early picks.
Yeah, exactly. It's when you find those early picks, right? I mean, I know it's something we kind of talked about in the early stages of this game with Montana State finding a couple of those early entries, but then just not being able to make those execute stick. That's what it looks like when you find the early pick and you do make an execute stick, as you just overwhelm that site with numbers and there's nothing left for them to do. You just use that numbers up advantage.
Also, easier said than done, I'm sure. Easy enough to say, well, just find the early pick on the roamers and then execute, but...
Easy for the casters who sit here not in the lobby to go, bro, just click his head. Well, they will go downstairs here, will Montana State. Looks like they're going to swap who's playing the Legion. It's going to go over to Fainted now, rather than on Bravo. Looks like they're kind of a roam setup here with the Legion and the Valk. Frost could go upstairs as well, almost certainly being brought for the utility of that deployable shield, and you see that go out towards storage here, just to kind of hold people out.
Forgive me for interrupting here, but does this not look like the most rush comp ever for the side of Oklahoma? A Lion Scan, Dokkaebi
Lion,
Call,
Doke, Ash, Buck, and Sledge. A lot of soft breach, and
it's like
a little
all
bit
5.
of... Could just be a roam clear setup as well.
I don't know.
Having said that, all 5
going
of
in
them
fast down some stairs.
Yeah, looks like a rush here. What are they gonna find?
Apparently nobody in the vicinity, but
they've gone straight underneath the roam. Bad gonna get taken down, and they're in fast. Spirit trades 1. Is it maybe time for one of those smoke canisters to come out here? Just a little bit of delay. Plant goes down. See the smoke go into that corner, but he will be cut down. That's going to leave Bravo with a 1v4.
Attackers need to protect the diffuser. Position compromised.
Nice shots.
Gets a down, but gets flashed. I don't think he knew he had the down, and with so little time, there's just nothing else you can do there. You have to push for that defuse.
Valiant effort.
Shot in the back. Pretty good effort for a 1v4, I'd say. Just not so much you can do. The rush strat coming out.
Yeah.
Just straight down EXO, and if you're not set up for it, man, that'll take you by surprise.
Yeah, it seems like Oklahoma had that one practiced to a T.
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
good drones there. They knew it was clear. Just sprinted down those stairs, got the plant down, and yeah, as you said, MSU just not set up on that side.
Be interesting to see as they go back to the basement
They do
site
go down
here.
to it.
Yeah, what the change is, lest they be hit with that again. A little bit of a different lineup this time for the Oklahoma. You see a Thatcher and a Grim brought out. You can definitely use a Grim in the rush, but looks like a little more of a standard with some hard breach with the Thatcher. Probably going to be more of a default take this time on match point.
Yep, match point like you said here, and they are pulling out the... I just can't remember the name. I have played the agent. Is it Ram something?
Oh yeah, here comes the Ram. Yeah, here comes the Ram. 4 attacker repicks there, so probably saw something. You'll note they droned very aggressively, lost 3 drones in that prep phase, but use that information. They're going to go almost entirely different comp. So the Thatcher is off, the Capitao and the Doke are back in, and we got a Mav as well. So probably going to see Mav try to trick this wall here. Yeah, exactly. Nitro comes out, won't put off
dodge.
Hardly any damage. That'll be the Ram up above, just throwing that charge in.
And all three,
Got a lot of
three
people
players of
prone here,
Oklahoma
yeah.
here. Peeking through the little hole. Such a scary job being the Maverick,
Right.
but Oklahoma doing their best to assist him.
Oh, but he gets shot through the holes.
Here at Fox with one. Huge.
Frosty metal.
See that Tubarão gadget come out, just freeze that breach up a little bit.
Device frozen.
Ooh, and a couple of roamers here? Or is that the same floor?
Looks like we've still
Sometimes
got the
hard to
Warden
tell.
and the
Still
Oryx
do have the
upstairs.
Warden. Yep.
Bomb located by attackers.
But now all 4 down. A stack push here from the side of Oklahoma. Suppressing fire on this Capitao LMG, just ripping away all that soft wall. You can't rip the studs, but you can sure rip away everything else. And he's gonna leave. Go back upstairs. Or come back.
Nope, comes right back.
Thought about it.
It's like Oklahoma is trying to set up an execute here through this breach, but maybe getting somebody in place upstairs first.
One
before
flash,
they
the
do
Doke
that.
is gonna come. Ram goes down
Ooh.
on the vertical. That's gonna make this a really tough push as MSU still with plenty of vertical to cover this breach.
Let's see who's
Yep,
nearby.
Capitao throws a smoke out, probably looking to get a plant, but
But you still got some upstairs as well. They're not gonna push through here. It's just still a little bit of time. And the Capitao gonna find one through the vertical holes. Takes, oh, he doesn't take damage. A little bit of client side weirdness there. They're gonna sneak this Doke through. She's gonna try to stick a plant in the default spot here, but it's not gonna happen if she gets cut down, leaving
15 seconds
Capitao in a
remaining.
1v3. And shot from the
Ceiling.
vertical by Feynman.
nice round there from MSU.
Again, it's those opening picks. They're so important. I know
Yep.
we sound like a broken record, but seriously, we cannot stress this enough. You get those 2 picks upstairs, and it's either come get us upstairs in your 30 seconds, or try to push the site, and you get gunned down just like that. Looks like they are going to go back upstairs here, not opting to play their first floor site. Going to stick with the upstairs, which we've now seen lost 3 times by the defenders
Attackers
in
need to
this
locate
match
and
already.
defuse bomb.
So, interesting to see what'll happen here. Looks like a slightly different setup coming out too. We've got Malusi and Ella this time, rather than the Warden and the Doc.
Reinforcing the wall!
And a Wamai.
Bomb located
And
by
I
attackers.
should remember who that replaced from the last setup, but I unfortunately do not.
Device positioned.
Normally
Yeah,
you
no.
have that, normally you kind of, if you run that aggressive one once,
10
you're
seconds
not
to
going to
go.
run it twice. You know you're not going to catch somebody off guard with that. You're going to go back to more of what your
5
default
seconds
setup
to
is.
insertion.
I think that's kind of probably what you're seeing here from the defense
Attackers are
of
moving to
Montana
defuse the
State.
bomb.
A little more focused around just, you know, keeping the bandit on this IT wall. Keep it closed. And, right, keep your Malusi towards E-Box and Connector and try to keep people out of there. Just keep people out of the top floor and see if you can pull the round. Super early pick through the
Wow.
vertical. No holes. He just shoots, takes a guess on that bandit tricker's location, gets it right.
Yeah, just through a window. I wonder if... Oh, a lot of kills.
Quick
coming
trade
here.
out, yeah, as through that rafters door, and you see these ace charges come out here.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
And
diffuser.
what is Ace going to get a look at? He's going to get a look at a nice big ol' stun is what he's going to find. And a frost mat. Onto the drone. Knows his IT is clear. Sees one electrical. Drone does finally get shot. But he's got to swing here. He's got to swing. Takes a little bit of damage from the player electrical.
Changing max.
He's going to hop back out and reevaluate.
Yeah, a little bit frantic there. It seems like he was in a bit of a
And
compromised
he's just looking
position.
right at that Malusi's head through the wall.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Through a
That's
hard
probably
wall,
not
so
wall-
wouldn't
not
do
wall bagel.
any damage, thankfully. At least through the reinforced panel, but... You're gonna see the Zoe getting active here, but cut down by the Scorpion on Ella from Fainted. And that's gonna force this Oklahoma team back towards more of an IT push. The Ella just so dangerous with that Scorpion. High fire rate gun on this pillar spot, really handy.
Yep, and a really big kill there from Fainted. Evens up the numbers.
Takes a little bit of damage, knows there's one below. Decides to swing IT, but he's cut down. He's got a 2-on-1 fight there. You're going to see this Frost swing out, try to pick up the trade. And he's able to do it. So one below, one IT. Interesting that the downed Fainted dropped through the hatch here, so he's not going to be resable, most likely. Definitely not now. Basically a 1-on-2 for Spirit Fox here.
If anyone can do it.
Gets one on the
Gets
vault.
one, gets two.
And
Oh
gets
my!
it on the lineup. How fortunate is this? You'll never see the second player as he just hits him and he drops. Great 1v2 clutch with a little bit of fortune from Spirit Fox.
Oh my gosh. Just the spray on the first one just ends up on the second one's head. I don't even think Spirit Fox saw him.
I think he had no clue. I think that was just, I see the one, let me hit it. Hey, look, they both went down.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
I'm personally gonna call it skill.
Yeah, exactly.
As everybody knows, crosshair placement is king.
Exactly.
Spirit Fox just had the crosshair in the right spot.
That's one
All
of those
skill, baby.
That's one of those rounds that for the attackers, that's just demoralizing, right? You
Very
get yourself,
demoralizing,
you
yep.
get the pick you know you needed, you get into that 2v1, you think you've got it, and that happens to you. That's just a very unfortunate thing. So we've been on match point a little bit here. It was 6-2, now 6-4. So that's going to push Montana State onto their tertiary site, this storage hold, control storage hold, I should say. And let's see, normally a very roam-heavy site. You're going to see a couple players either downstairs or upstairs. Looks like Montana State opting for the upstairs version of this hold.
And I do like the changing of the constant changing of the comps here, seeing a castle and an echo. We have not seen this for 10 straight rounds, and they
Yeah.
come out in round 11.
Early
Fainted.
spawn peek by Fainted, and he's going to get a kill on that
Great
Legion.
pick.
And he's out, and he throws up a barricade. 5v4 for the defensive side, Montana State. He will get targeted by the Deimos, but he is long gone. So that is just fine with him. He's right back into this top floor area. You see here 3 players up for Montana State. They'll cover vertical play over this site, so if you don't come get them, they can deny plants from up here as well. So it's a very strong position. An interesting site for a tertiary site. Remarkably strong if you've got the roamers to play it.
And apparently MSU does, because Fainted with the early pick. This Legion up top here, just going to be a nuisance.
So it does look like
Throwing
we
those
have
mines out.
the ace breach on IT here. A drone came in through there. Not sure exactly where these echo drones are. Let's see what he's looking at here. He's got one in sight, but he's got one upstairs, trying to maybe get a free stun off on these IT players as they push in. You'll see as Mav swings here, he's probably going to get hit with this stun. No, he finds the drone. Gonna flash the castle, who just drops down his hatch, and he's gone.
Yep.
Bandit's
Play
still
there,
up.
just staying alive.
A little bit of damage traded each way. Mav down to 1 health, Bandit down to about half. Gets targeted by the Deimos, but they won't be able to follow it up as he's out through lobby. And Legion hanging around up here, just on the top of the
Yeah.
waterfall. Maybe looking for some intel as Oklahoma starts to get their vertical coverage over this control area. "45 seconds left. If you're Montana State, you're really happy with this. You still have all 5 guys left. You've got one of their players down to almost literally 1 HP. Hits a goo
Could
mine
die to a
too.
Legion mine.
If he hits another, he will. I think that might literally be 1 HP.
Yeah, Oklahoma here, just ramming out the top of the...
Yep, the ram going out over storage. That's the vertical coverage you need to get this plant off. Ooh, and a pick from the Deimos. Admittedly, I didn't see they're into control here. He's going to go hunt for a kill as the ace getting ready to stick this plant. Echo Stun comes out, but not on the planter.
10
It's on the
seconds to
Deimos.
go. Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
Yep, plant comes out here. Bravo evens it up. 3v3. Relented here, gonna get some damage down.
If it's-
2 Oklahoma players now.
If you're
1
not
HP.
playing on an ump, that's a kill. That's so unfortunate. Ooh, but
Let's
reads the
find it.
rotation well. Bravo goes down. Now Spirit Fox goes down. Relented in a 1v2 now and cut down. And that will finally be map 1 for Oklahoma. It's hard to win a full site rotation. 7-4 takes the first map for Oklahoma. Your thoughts on that map, Halt?
Just a thriller, honestly. Like I said, haven't done a lot of R6 in a long time, but going through that entire up and down swing there where MSU just a bunch of close rounds at the start there, couldn't quite finish them off. But then towards the second half of that map, it looks like they got a ton of momentum there, got some confidence back, started to make it look a lot closer, and then finally, though, Oklahoma just found a way to win that last round and put it away. 10-minute break apparently being
I
asked
don't
for.
think we'll be the full 10.
Yeah.
And any language you hear from players is not our responsibility. We'll take a 3-minute break. That sounds more like it. We're gonna take a little quick break from the caster desk here, and we will be right back as well. We'll see you just around the corner. Welcome back to Montana State Rainbow
Welcome,
Six
welcome.
Siege. Let me
Uh,
update our scoreboard up here real quick. Oklahoma winning that first map. Nighthaven Labs 7-4. Chalet up next. What do you want to see, Halt?
Well, first, before we go into that, I feel like we skipped what you thought of that last map. What do you think Oklahoma did well, and then what does MSU have to do here
I think,
to hopefully pull off the upset?
7-4 is kind of that baseline for like, okay, we played a pretty competitive map, I think, in Collegiate Siege, right? As we see that Blackbeard band come out again from Oklahoma.
Again?
Yep, it's the way it is. I think, especially, it's the first round of the season. You're not entirely sure what you're in for, right?
Yep.
Montana State with 1 or 2 roster changes. Oklahoma, not so sure about their roster. I think it's been pretty static as far as between the seasons. But right, these two teams never played each other before, so you don't really know what you're in for. You're kind of feeling it out. I think you're going to see everything kind of open up in this map as we go into Chalet, right? Whereas last map was a little more cagey. You're getting a lot of those really long rounds, save for that one fast rush by Oklahoma. Here, I think you're going to see a little more activity, a little more speed, and I think you'll kind of see those more aggressive strats come out early.
Yeah, maybe, like you said, first game of the season here for both teams, correct?
Yep.
Maybe a little bit of nerves as well. So, like you said, a slow start. Towards the end there, MSU did perhaps get a little bit of momentum there on that defensive side. And they are going to be starting on defense again. So
Yes.
maybe they can make that transfer over here on Chalet.
Yeah, picked up some defensive rounds in that last part. They got their backs against the wall into match point, and then picked up 2 quick ones. If you can turn those 2 rounds into early momentum here on Chalet, I think you're set up really well to have a good chance to win this map. Chalet, one of those even maps, is the attackers you're really kind of pushing for a 3-3 or maybe even a 4-2 attack. At times, but right, I think if you're on the defensive side, you're happy with 4-2 here. You try to take your 3-3 attack to win with no overtime.
Okay.
They will go basement first, will MSU. Becoming
sorry,
more
really
common
quick.
these days. Yeah, what's up?
Who is this purple agent on defense
Ah, yes.
here?
Good mention by you there, Halt. This purple agent that you speak of is Scopos. So you see this kind of like hunched over operator outline down here in that little blue corridor. If we go upstairs, you're going to see her body double. Actually, not upstairs. She's playing around her own little thing. Basically, she gets a body double because she's a robot.
Oh, a blitz coming in.
Blitz rush.
Really quick.
Blitz
Sorry
rush.
to cut you off.
No, all good. Quick blitz rush all of a sudden here, yeah.
Oklahoma finds 2. Fainted trades one of them
Scopos
out.
gets 1 back. Unfortunately, okay, my numbers are a little messed up on the spectator view. Ooh, another quick kill
Fainted with 2.
by Fainted.
Holy.
Activating the diffuser.
Castle Bravo gonna have to come back down fast here. Just holding in the site, waiting for his support. His support is going back upstairs though.
Yep, MSU here taking their time about it. Save gonna get 1, 2. Still on the angle here. Is it gonna be a 3rd?
Sees him and does make it
Dave with the
stick.
3.
Apologies to any big Relented fans out there. The Ubisoft spectator view, not always the best, and the keybinds for spectating player by player not working to let me access Relented's player perspective, so apologies for that. Little bit of a miscue there by Ubisoft, but we will do the best we can to work around that and still show you all of his best plays.
Well, at least it's not a rehost.
Exactly.
One more of those, I think I might have just called it a day.
So you'll note I have 5, 4, 3, and 2, and no 1, whereas 1 should be Bravo and 5 should be Relented. The other side looks like the keys are working properly as I flick through those to ensure So we got 9 out of 10. For Ubisoft, that's a pretty good mark.
Reinforcing wall.
90%. Taking a any day of the week.
Yeah, exactly. Montana State gonna leave the basement after that rush. They're gonna play kitchen dining, a site that in previous seasons we really haven't seen them play much of this site, but something new that they've been cooking up evidently, and it'd be interesting to see what the plan is here.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb. The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Yeah,
Attackers recovered the
on the
bomb
side of
diffuser.
Oklahoma here, looks like they went with another one of those rushes. Very successful, but gonna swap it back up to be a
Ooh,
little bit
fast
slower.
pick.
Fainted. Oh
From
my gosh.
Fainted, and I am still adjusting to these keys being in the wrong spot, so sorry for not picking that up. But yeah, early pick here from Montana State. So fast rush from Oklahoma last round, fast pick from Montana State this round for a 5-on-4.
Clearing out upstairs here. A little bit of droning.
Getting that early mezzanine control, that's just absolutely vital for this round. Hard as the defenders to really hold people off mezzanine for too long. We see Will might have, or Fainted might have another chance here to, gotta be careful about that window. It's gonna be droned out.
Yeah.
Bulletproof camera, please.
Seems pretty confident nobody's on that window.
Yeah, he's very confident. And will Fainted have another opportunity here? Not just yet. You're going to see the tuber out, eat this up here. That breach won't be going off just yet. Going to have a little bit of time. I think you'll see another canister come out here from the tub. Exactly. It's just going to keep freezing that thermite away. Rotating back underneath
Attackers
here
dropped the diffuser.
is the sledge, and that's just to drop the diffuser, I guess, and he's gonna maybe look for this Cade. That's not the Cade, that's the Cade that we're looking for.
Yeah, Oklahoma here really taking their time. Like you said, a little bit of stall here. Finally gonna get the thermite down.
Attackers have recovered
And the
their diffuser.
breach does come through.
You see that sledge putting off a lot of bullets right there.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any of them stick, no damage out. Frost does take some damage now.
Just laying down in the corner. Gosh.
He is praying for his life right now. The smoke gonna come out from the thermite. Looks like he's gonna try to stick this plant. Changes his mind, gets back up, but gets cut down by Bad. 4v2 now. Nitro gonna come out. Will it hit? No, shot out of the air, but the kill upstairs picked up. And Relented, who we again cannot spectate, but you'll get to see his kill right here, picking it up to end the round. It's a round win for Montana State to make it 1-1.
Really nice job there. Fainted, it seems like. Bit of a game changer here lately. Getting those early picks for MSU all throughout the
Exactly.
first
See,
map.
4 kills already just in these first 2 rounds. Look for him to have a completely nuclear map too,
Attackers need to
if he
locate
can
and
continue
defuse
this
bomb.
pace.
Yeah.
Here we go. Montana State now going to go back to that basement. I'm sure with a little more preparation for a rush strat. This is twice in this match. Once on Labs, once on Chalet. They've been caught a little bit off guard, but the last time when they went back to the site, they were able to kind of shore up those issues and kind of stave off that default take. Look to see if it's the same here.
Ooh, a Cali.
Yeah, a unique play.
That
but
would be quite interesting if
as
they
as
stick
many
with that.
people seem to forget, she can explosive lance
5 seconds to
those
go.
bandit batteries on a wall. It's a good way to prevent tricking. You see there's no bandit here, there's a Cade.
Attackers
It is a
must
good way to
locate
prevent
and defuse
tricking
the
because
bomb.
it just, boom, those things are gone. Nice little handy explosive lance that she does attach to her sniper. But with no bandit on, that's not going to be the intent. So curious to see exactly what they're going for here.
Reloading!
Looks like they're going to Mav trick this snowmobile wall. You see Mav getting active here. Gotta be a little bit careful with those holes he just opened.
Yeah.
If somebody were to get really aggressive, he could be in some danger, but he's got the ash here to cover him from that too, as you can see. Ash maybe just a little bit nervous about the usual sandwich library run out, but nobody there looking for it yet. We hear that first Cali shot go off.
Breaching sequence activated.
Just in the back here. Through those footholes. Interesting. Okay.
Oh.
Spies a couple feet. Not gonna shoot. Just getting the intel out of that.
Loading the magazine.
You'll see the ace breach go out, and that's gonna make her job a lot easier as the first kill of the round goes out. Fainted. Going down to Lizzie.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Traded out instantly.
That was actually a
4v4.
different kill, I think. That was onto the ace. I'm not sure where that was, but it looks like diffuser
Oh,
is
was it?
dropped in boiler. Twitch
Yeah,
walking
quite-
up here to pick it up.
Quite spread out here. Apparently from Oklahoma, it looks like.
Again, I would love to be able to spectate Relented here, but just don't have the ability. As Bravo picking up a kill through the hatch here. So that's going to make probably somebody flex back upstairs. Still plenty of time in this round, 1:15. In terms of Siege, that's basically forever. See this Kali just walking up looking for something. It's a very ominous look here as the smoke
Attack.
comes out from Maverick. That should block that hatch. It doesn't though, and Bravo gonna pick up another one. And this is why they might just have to deal with him. As the Kali gets active with her secondary into blue, but cut down well by Bad. That kill traded out again, but Ash still in a 1v2. Both defensive operators on full health and just backed off. Oh, almost not backed off there. 30 seconds left in the round. She is going to have to go grab this diffuser, and to do that, still have Bravo sitting up there on that Aruni over the hatch. Going to be very hard to cover. They'll have spotted her with this Scopos shield that you see there. That works as a bulletproof right now. Bulletproof camera, I should say. Gonna have to take this fight onto the hatch. Sees her. Aruni stays alive. And then drops and trades out. Relented 4K for Castle Bravo on the Aruni. And another round
Beautiful
win
round.
for Montana
Beautiful
State.
round from Castle. Seems like Oklahoma decided to not clear out that first floor area and really paid the price through just one hatch, able to find
Yeah.
4 kills.
The power of vertical play. Welcome to Rainbow Six Siege. If you're new here, you've just witnessed it.
Going with the Cali again,
Bombs
maybe.
being defused by attackers.
Interesting look for the Bar Gaming site. I wonder if they thought maybe. I'm not sure what the plan with Cali is here. I'm very curious to see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instantly switch.
I wonder.
Okay.
I wonder if they expected a top floor hold from the defense here from Montana State, and then when they saw that it wasn't and it was Bar Gaming, said let's not do that. As you see, 2 other attacker repicks come out here as well.
Yeah, actually 3 attacker repicks.
Yeah,
Going to Sledge, Hibana, and is that
Flores.
Ace?
Flores.
Not Ace.
Flores with those
right.
explosive Rotero drones. We'll try to get a live look at one of those here when we get the chance. This is another one of those sites. I know we talked about it with storage back on Nighthaven Labs. This is another site, very roam heavy. You try to play above the site, you'll see the dock and the frost up here, as well as Castle all the way out here. Just making some sound. Zoe's gonna take that bait, so she'll be out there. Enter in on the weak side on this second floor. Castle lurking for this Ash, but I think that drone spots him, and now he's gonna fall back. You see, they know this Castle is here. They're just waiting for him to peek his head around that corner, but he's not probably gonna do it, knowing just how unsafe this really is. Drone shot out immediately. The Doc, played by Fainted here, just trying to add a little extra protection. Does he know? And he's cut down. Great shot by the Hibana, played by Derbster here. Castle just caught looking somewhere that wasn't where he was shot from, unfortunately, there. And 2 early picks for Oklahoma, putting us on a putting us into a 5v3.
Drone activated.
Sledge probably looking to open up some vertical here, but not just yet. Now gonna open that up. And he is gonna fire through this wall, so he's gonna see into this back area where Spirit Fox is playing now if he comes back in front of that reinforced panel. Very dangerous situation here for him.
5 attackers.
Unfortunately, Bad just running out in front of the gun there, nowhere else to go as that vertical coverage pushes him out. Gonna leave Spirit Fox in a 1v5.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Gets the first. Long angle, and will be traded out by the Sledge, who dropped the hatch. 2-2 now. A little bit of a back and forth game here.
Yep. And as we talked about a lot last map, you live and die by the roam. And that time,
Yep.
a little unsuccessful there for MSU. Goes down to a 5v3 early. Oklahoma just takes their time, calmly secures the round. 2-2.
Just a textbook roam clear, we have to say, from Oklahoma. Just
Yeah.
coordinated so well behind those drones. Completely confused the castle on Bravo there into just looking one way, getting shot from the other. But if he turns around, he gets shot from the other way, right?
Yep.
And so it's one of those things where there's just nothing you can do as we see Montana State go back to the kitchen dining. Again, a little bit of a roam-heavy site. Maybe the only one that isn't a roam-heavy site here is the basement. You can play that one more bunkered up, but Chalet, generally a roaming map, a little bit smaller, so you're trying to hold all of that control out for as long as you can into the
10
round.
seconds to insertion.
Pretty similar setup here from Montana State to the round that they
5
won on
seconds
this
left.
site 3 rounds ago.
Fancy deployed.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Looks like a fairly spread out. Oh no, they are actually gonna come over to the sort of snowmobile fireplace side here. Or maybe this is just to go up to
Oh, they
library.
repelled?
Yep, this is just to get up to library. Deimos with a little bit of damage. I'm honestly not sure where that came from. Looks like it may have been a spawn peek. Most likely from Fainted on the Mozzie as he runs back through the site. Drones coming out here from Oklahoma on the mezzanine. There's nobody there, so they're going to take this fast again.
Reload. Device ready.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Hostile found. Grenade shield.
That breach still electrified. Oh, and a team kill. I'm not sure what happened there. Completely on the opposite side of the map. Very confusing there. Two Brow comes out. They're going to try to breach the other side.
Frosty metal.
The Two Brow misses, so the breach is open, but on the opposite side maybe of what they would have liked, as Fainted picks up a kill to bring this back to a 4v4.
Sorry, he just looked at his teammate there.
Just whoop. Sometimes
Lost
that happens.
the-
Sometimes you just
Lost the second thermite charge, unfortunately.
lost the second thermite charge, so not going to be able to get this kitchen wall open, and remains to be seen here. Oh, but finds the kill on Too Bad. Thermite might be able to sneak in and plant here. He's got a pretty empty site. There is a Malusi on the backside. Gonna spam that smoke, but not gonna find it. Will he be able to find this planter? Does he know?
Attackers activated diffuser.
He does not. Does get the pick onto the Deimos. Now a 2v2.
Hmm.
So you see the Mozzie coming back down to the other side, but cut down. That's going to leave Spirit Fox. with a great shot, though, to bring this to 1v1, but it's traded out. That planter through the smoke, he just never found him. And it's going to be 3-2 to Oklahoma.
Yep, just a little bit of an unfortunate round there.
The team kill. The team kill is what it comes
misplay
down
there.
to. Yeah, not sure what happened there, but with an extra body left at the end of that round, it's a round you probably win. Again, we're not entirely sure what happened there, but I'm sure there's an explanation. We just don't have it.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Gonna go to the basement.
Basement time once again, yes. As you see a little all chat, a little sportsmanship, a little nice tactic. You'll love to see it. See,
Love to
not
see it.
all of us R6 players are toxic, just most of us. Looking like a pretty similar setup to what we saw down here last time. This time with the Warden, that's probably just a little bit of anti-rush, just in case they do go for this boiler rush. Looks like an Ace and a Jackal and a Deimos though, so that suggests to me they're going heavy roam clear. Gonna try to
Attackers must
get the
locate
Scopos
and
out,
defuse
force
the
her
bomb.
back downstairs. As you see, she's running up here, and the Valk upstairs as well. So they're going to want to get those two off that top floor, push back into the site, and then they'll want to collapse.
Yeah, it seems to me that Chalet is a pretty top-down map. Oklahoma, at least, going, except for that rush round, second floor every single time to clear out the roams. And so far, a pretty good job of that.
Ooh, Feinted almost picking a head there. I don't think it was the head that he thought he was picking. I think he wanted this Deimos, but almost got it anyway.
Yep, the jiggle peaks. Oh my gosh. Close
Deimos
again on
with
the
some
head.
damage, but targets the Valkyrie instead.
Tracker on.
Gonna go for that kill. She hops down below. He's gonna go through it through the floor,
Wow.
and that's just nice play by the Deimos there. You gotta shoot the body, not the floor grates. There you go. And he's gonna hop back outside the map. First pick to Oklahoma, about a minute into the round. And that'll send our Scopos back downstairs.
Huh. So you can just swap between...
Yeah, you're getting a good look at how this Scopos works here. So he just wants to move that deployable shield, basically, to the other side in the bulletproof.
Gotcha.
Now I'm not entirely sure what he's doing.
Missed the kill there. Oklahoma
Attackers
finds
located
another.
the bomb.
Gonna make it a 5v3 as MSU holds up now on the A
Hold
bomb
up,
site.
bunkered in. Mira targeted by the Deimos. And what will this Deimos find? Doesn't look like he's going to push for it too aggressively. Some vertical being opened up over the cave here. He's going to nitro the floor. Great nitro to get that kill. So back to a 3v4 here. Ace going to come up with the diffuser here. Oh, and he finds the cage. Just an unfortunate bit of timing there. As the whole site collapses and Feinted in a 1v3, got one back. Probably knows there's one here. Can't make the kill stick. It's going to be Oklahoma taking another to take a 4-2 attack half. You see that on Chalet sometimes. Sometimes does trend a little bit attacker-sided, but it remains to be seen here if Montana State can recover this with their own attacks to drag this back to overtime or maybe even a 5-1 attack half.
Yep, a good half there from Oklahoma on the offense. Now on defense, it looks like
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
they are going to go with the Mira, which is what I have
Attackers
been a
have
bit more
located a bomb.
used to.
So we're going with the bar game setup to start
Yeah.
us off. And yeah, the Mira down there, you do see that sometimes. Play the Mira on that little pantry window there.
Deploying welcome mat.
And it looks like at least for the time being. It looks like they're going to be a three-man roam upstairs. So pretty common bar games setup.
10 seconds left before insertion.
And looks like some roam clear with the Lion, the Nomad, the Ying, but also a lot of execute setup here, I think, for Montana State. So maybe just hoping they can get straight through into that site and work maybe a little bit quicker as well.
Changing mags! Loading mag! Calibrating air compression. All set. Initiating jammer!
So they're going to come in the backside here. Interesting. Okay. Going to come in through Trophy and Solar. Just getting the drones out to get intel. You're going to see them take space right behind this now. Early pick from that aggressive roam, and it's going to be Castle Bravo picking off that Frost. 5v4 now. Can Montana State take advantage of that entry kill?
Yeah, a good start to the round here. Already going to have pretty much the entirety of this top side of the second floor. Looks like the Mute and Jaeger and Doc still upstairs roaming.
Still 3 up, yeah.
3-man roam.
Ready to breach.
Investing a lot
just
towards this.
Looking to get active here.
Probably a pretty important part of the hold here for Bar, though, considering all the destructible floor.
It really
above.
is. You have to hold this space as long as you can.
Yep, and MSU taking their time. Just droning a little bit here.
About
trying to
halfway
find
through the
somebody.
round here as we hit 1:20 left. That drone going to be spotted. ADS going to catch that air jab that comes out. And a great shot by Relented, who we can now spectate because of that kill for just a second as we see him try to get active towards that shield. Will he know about the player in these closet head holes? He will not, and he gets cut down by Jaeger. Very nice shot there by Zave, who also finds Fainted on the ace. Quick 2k, 3k. Oh wow, that wasn't Zave. That sure looked like his kill, but somehow not. And that's gonna leave it in a 2v3 for Montana State. And there's Zave's third kill of the round. Spirit Fox now in a 1v3. 4k for Zave on the Jaeger. That carbine, just a nice, easy gun to use, and he makes great use of it to win that round for Oklahoma for a 5-2 score.
Yeah, if I'm the MSU coach there, I'm gonna have a word with them about that round, to be honest.
The Jaeger the Jaeger getting fed one by one there is definitely what you would take issue with, I think. You know, you try to get that early trade, right? And I think once the second body goes down, it's like, well, now we have to make it stick,
Yeah,
and you just get that like head rush of like, okay, now I have to swing, and the way it really lines up is, oops, we gave them 4 1v1s, right? And so just a little bit of an attacking mistake there, but that's Oklahoma's primary site. You're not really concerned if they win it. Now they go basement. Let's see if they can win this secondary.
Setting up a diversion.
Ooh,
Alibi.
and a little bit of a Capcan as well.
Capcan, yeah, in the last change, in the last patch, Capcan losing his nitro, so you'll see the barbed wire brought out, something you probably never would have seen before on a Capcan, but yeah, no nitro anymore, but still has the 9x19, which, at least in my opinion, is one of the best defender guns. I mean, that thing just shreds people. But Alibi and Capcan, and a very early pick by that Capcan on the spawn peak onto Relented. And that's going to leave it in a 5v4 here. Interesting to see what Montana State does trying to recover from this. This time, in my opinion, I think you stack up a little bit. You try to get one of these back with, you know, get yourself into a situation where you are numbers up so that you're taking 2v2s or 3v2s, I should say, right? Don't just feed a bunch of 1v1s here, because if you do, they end up winning with the one extra guy. But another kill from the Capcan, who probably we should just keep spectating if he's going to keep picking up kills at this rate. But don't think there's anybody else over by him, so we will come back as it looks like that snowmobile breach is trying to be opened. Will they get it? Yes, they will, as you see that breach get opened. And a drone come out. A couple drones coming out, actually. As it looks like Bad is going to go upstairs. Still one up there for this Montana State team to find if they choose to aggress it.
Yeah, Oklahoma here. All they've got to do is not
that's
that.
A tight, that's a tight, tight angle. Very well played by Castle Bravo there. You could see it. I really like the way you could see that from the vertical here. As he's going to get another opportunity, I think. Oh, he may not know that they're there, but he's going to get the opportunity towards blue instead, perhaps. That's just great timing from the pinch, yeah. Not much you can do there. Claymore gets one, but that is the end of the round. Oklahoma cleaning up their first two defenses and kind of back where we were before. It's 6-2.
Yup, Oklahoma just been so successful this entire series, it seems, being able to get the early pick and then just capitalize off the team play. You see them just collapse onto the rest of MSU there together.
Yeah, it's
not much you can do.
Yeah, it's one of those decisions, right, where it's like we go a guy down 10 seconds into the round, and it's like, now how do we actually attack this roam because they've got so many guys up, right? And so it's like you end up in the situation like you see there, where Bravo and Spirit Fox both go up, but now they're in a 3v2 up there, and so there's just nothing for him to do. They get pinched, bang, Oklahoma gets 2 kills, and that's basically GG's on the round.
Yep, and now we're brought to map point, correct? It was 7?
Yes, yeah, so
all right.
Whole match point here. One more round for Oklahoma to end our match, and Oklahoma would leave with a victory. They are going to have to play the tertiary site here, though. This kitchen dining setup looks like Amira, Vigil, Ella, and Valk. So a pretty aggressive setup, you'd have to think, with that operator selection. But then also you've got the kind of back end of the castle and the Mira. A nice little combination, some balance. We'll see what MSU can do to try to take this apart.
I believe, personally, the Dokkaebi and Lion here, excellent choices to clear this roam out a little bit, perhaps.
A double hard breach setup here, too. 4 players upstairs early, and Thatcher's going to find a free pick, you see there, through the library window. Not exactly sure if Ella just didn't know that they were coming library there or not, but a free pick, no damage done to Spirit Fox, and they're going to have a chance to take a round here up 5v4 early into the round. Look at these 2 drones just taking the fast mezzanine control, and they will spot that castle now. And they don't lose the drone for it, so they'll also spot the Valk. So they know 2 are up still. Another drone going to come out. They spot that Valk again. And you see Dokkaebi getting active on the bathroom window back there, trying to pinch. But it is castled off, so that's going to take some time. Aggressive play by the Valk, but Dokkaebi, played by Fainted, gonna cut it down, and now it's a 5v3 for Montana State. Castle, the last one up. A lot of work to do here to maintain this space. But cut down by Bravo. Bravo taking, looks like 1 bullet of damage. 1 kill traded back by the Vigil here. He's going to just get out of there before he gets himself into a bad spot. And it'll be a 4v2 for Montana State as Vigil goes all the way down to the basement to rotate around. See the breach charges now coming out from the ace. Open up a little bit of that vertical coverage. Lion going to open up the hatch as well. Vigil still hanging out in the basement. And looks like he's probably deciding on coming up blue here.
Yeah.
What will he find?
Maybe gonna run into this lion here on the right. It doesn't look like he's aware of it.
And that's exactly
No,
right.
he is not.
Gets double peeked by both Relented and Spirit Fox. Or sorry, Bad. And now it's a 4v1.
Seconds to go.
Mira with a lot to do, but late into the round here.
10 seconds to go.
Plant is going down,
Attackers activated.
and it's been stuck. Good coverage. And, man, the ace
Well
just
played.
gonna do it all himself. I'll stick the plant while I'm stunned. I'll get up. I'll click his head. You guys just, like, take a break, grab a snack, you know, do whatever you need to do. I got this. It'll be 6-3 now for Oklahoma, but they will get to go back to that primary site, Bar Gaming. They will be bringing a Doc. So you see the Mira again, but now a Doc play a little more aggressively here. We've seen a lot of aggressive plays here on Chalet. Probably a few more than we did on the Night Haven Labs. I love the start of this prep phase as you see, okay guys, we're playing a first floor site. Everybody run up blue to do stuff upstairs as 3 people just come trailing up the stairs. It's like we're playing COD Zombies or something, and they're like chasing the anyway. You see this castle
seems to
barricade.
be Rainbow Six Siege theme for sure.
Roam, roam, roam. That certainly is the way it is, and thus it's for the attack. Roam clear, roam clear, roam clear.
I think there's a song in there somewhere.
5 seconds.
Probably.
Attackers objective
See that
is
mirror
locate
window?
bomb
Even a
and
mirror
defuse
window
it.
upstairs. That's how dedicated this site is to the roam. You see a mirror window upstairs? I think at least 3 of those castle barricades upstairs, and I believe all of Jaeger's ADSs as well. So, a lot of util dedicated to keeping people out of library, out of the little closet, and ideally off a mezzanine as well, so they can hold the vertical coverage over this site. Early plays from the castle on the backside. Trying to
Bunch of
cut off
damage
this
there.
entry. Yeah, Relented, very low health. Probably about 10 or 15 left. Jaeger also getting active. No kills, but a lot of damage out early in this round.
MSU choosing to come in from the top side here, it looks like, for the roam clear.
Yeah, just a little backside roam clear here. Gonna drone in, drone out. And I think they'll... Maybe didn't... Okay, they'll have seen those gunshots go out at least. They know people are generally around this mezzanine area. And gonna start pushing in. Ace just trying to get back outside here. So this is just great content here, isn't it? Let's all slap the castle barricades.
From both sides as well.
Yeah. So a five-man stack up here.
3 of MSU players really low HP already.
Yep, as we see Bravo go down low there as well, trying to take this fight on to mezzanine. Just so many players to contend with, but getting this wall open if he can, it'll be mute jammed and shot, so he cannot. ABS gonna catch an air jab here. Bravo gonna go in down below instead. Very tight angle being held by Fainted here. Not gonna find anything with it just yet. 5v5, 40 seconds left in the round here. A little bit of damage off onto that Doc. Unfortunately, Doc is not the one you need to do damage to. He can heal himself right back up. Gonna get that res off outside in a 2v5 now as those low health players go down. And a 1v5, and I'm sorry that we can't spectate Relented here for you guys, but he is cut down. That is the map and the match. Oklahoma taking it 7-4 on Night Haven Labs and 7-3 on Chalet.
GG.
Yeah, I think a good game all around. Your final thoughts, Holt?
Honestly, the most fun I've had in Siege ever. I think being able to watch and just say, yeah, just get the early pick and win, and not actually
It's
have to do any of the work.
so much of what it revolves around in the comp scene right now is those early picks, because it just, I mean, it really sets up all of your organization, right? So I think, yeah, overall a good game. Oklahoma going to start their year 1-0. Montana State still a long time to recover, and they'll be back, and hopefully we'll be back next week for another rendition of Montana State Rainbow Six Siege. Thanks, everybody.